Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 80 weapons. You got nothing. You got nothing. No. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Bravo. You ain't doing nothing.
Back to throw here. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that's Elliott, complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check. 21. I got you. White. Check. 11.
Garoppolo. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Double tight, guys, double tight. X3, 218, chopper. Check. Fresno. Check 99. Hey, get it.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
You ready? 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the out.
2nd and 4. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Black 80! 12, fellas, here we go. 12, fellas, here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Steelers' 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Bring it. Bring it. 955. 955. 99, sweetheart.
Garoppolo now. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
You go tight. 11. You got it.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Let's get it. Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Hey, lock it. Back. Ready?
Looking to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Check leg. Show it. Watch the edge.
on first down. Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 17, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 score line as they begin with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check, check. Lucky. General West.
2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Under 10. 5.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, here's Agnew. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
12.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo looking deep for his tight end, Ertz, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Recon, 132 fighter. Watch it. Hey, exit. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Steelers take over first and 10. Their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to score.
I read the shit out of that one.
Touchdown.
That was a beautiful pick. I read that shit.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way.
Getting
See
ugly.
people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0.
First time in a long time. Hurting deeply.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
I don't even trust nobody when I'm in a booth. Just 2.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but hold on.
Come here, boy.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Everyone, you got 4 down. 5. Snap.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, yeah.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Oh, let's get
Picked
great.
off by Dane Cruikshank.
Oh.
Powering his way forward. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some...
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Vikings are going to
playing
widen
tough
that
at
advantage.
first, but he blitzes too much. That shit gets clamped. That shit gets beat all the time now.
Joseph on for the extra point.
He kept blitzing me at first. I just had to start blocking that shit up.
And the lead is now 24. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Yeah, my
And he'll get
defense
across
is
the
way
20
too
before
good,
he's
though.
brought down at about
Not
the
me.
23-yard
I'm talking about
line.
the team. Facts. Fuck out of here, fly. Nigga. Niggas put up 58 on this nigga. I'm playing 90. I'm putting up 90, nigga. Fuck out of here. Nah, I'm about to chew the shit out of the
Pittsburgh
clock.
offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up.
Yeah, this game is
This one might
slow.
be over by half.
Yeah,
I didn't even want to play him, just like I don't even play. I don't even want to play the Redskins.
Big shot down
Niggas
field.
is
You know,
dirt.
thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
Niggas is
You're not. And
terrible.
last
My
time I
son
looked,
probably
it's
can
still
beat
the
this
first half.
nigga.
I'm not saying
That's
you have
sad.
ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Better bring it. You better bring it.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Uh-oh. No, don't. Oh,
And
Lord.
this is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, if I get
The
another
coverage
pick,
there too
if
strong
I get
with the
another,
deep
I'm
ball,
running
now
it back
they
so
face
I
a
can
3rd
chew
down.
clock, bro.
I hate to sound
It's
really
a
negative,
GG,
but at this
boy.
point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Oh, my God. Can I get a punt return?
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Damn. Oh, there we go. Punt that shit, bitch. Punt that shit. It's like, nah. Yeah, he got to punt it, actually. Let's go.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the
Oh, let's get
13.
crazy. Oh, trying to get crazy.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you
Thank
down
God
to
he gets ball at
Orlando
half. Oh,
with
I get
Jonathan
ball,
Coachman
Lord.
as our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
To the crib.
This will be fielded on the back end of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Man. I don't even want to play no more.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
Oh,
and
shit.
that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
First time in a long time.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
Oh,
and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get
that shit makes it mad hard, bro. Niggas suck so bad. Niggas gotta learn to play better, bro, because that shit's slow.
And make sure nothing else happens until our guys start
that
moving the ball.
That shit is weak as fuck.
46-yard punt.
It's been hard for me to play now. I'm already up 20. I got, what, 2 interceptions?
Here, 1st and 10.
I kicked a field goal. Like, this thing, it's not my fault. This nigga sucks.
Offense here about ready
I can't even play my game because this nigga sucks.
Last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 9 now. Complete. It's Johnson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Run it.
Back to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Oh, shit.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Brett.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Oh.
And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180. Tighten down. There you go.
Garoppolo on first down. Looking deep for Elliott. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line.
And yo, this dude's running pinch buckle mad times on me too, so it's hard to sit there and keep running at somebody when they keep doing that shit.
Running game can really benefit your team.
Oh, he didn't do it now.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. White now to return.
Oh, I wanted to pop him. Oh,
well, it wasn't
Lord,
too
I
far
wanted
from
to
breaking
light
that.
him up.
Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. You come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Check.
A run for Nick Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Oh, I couldn't move. I was going to get
crazy. A punt of 34 yards that time.
Oh, fuck. Ah, man.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm a nice guy, though. I don't run it up like everybody else does, so I'll chew the fucking clock.
They run with Logan.
First down.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Oh,
and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Oh, wow. They did need dusty.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Look, he keeps running pinch bucko. They got to get this thing out the league, bro. He's so trash. Like,
now
he
a
just...
shotgun handoff to Pollard.
Oh!
And down to the
He's running pitch for goal. That shit is
45
trash,
yards
bro. You can eat that coverage up
I think from
all
our
day.
experience together, we
All
have learned
day, eat that
most
up.
offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards.
And then
They
look,
got
he's
5
bringing a
here.
safety
They've got to feel
down.
pretty good
Oh,
about
Lord. He's lucky I can't pass on him.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today.
Fourth quarter.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
You better be afraid of me. 52's the mic, boys. 52. And now.
They'll look to throw here.
Woo! He dropped it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch it for Washington.
Let's go, D.
Oh, my goodness, another interception.
Go, D.
Picked off at the 24.
Let's go.
And his guys are going to get the football
sleep.
at the 23-yard line.
You ever go 9-9,
Whatever's
nigga?
going on between his
Going
ears
9-9.
right now, it's just not
Put him to
completely
sleep.
calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
61, Matchbox Lights.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 57 the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, watch it.
Pollard going to try the right side. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
16-yard line.
Ready.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch safety creep. X3. 218. Let's go.
And again, it's Chubb. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Steelers on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Get it. They run it again with Chubb. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Wild Bill. Switch.
Here's Pollard again. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over. Check 3. Jim.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.